So in today's video guys, we're gonna have a look at a pair of shoes coming from Asics, which apparently it's taking some elements from 3 other past releases. Hello guys, and welcome back for a brand new review. If you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing and also giving me a like. It will really help out the channel. You can also give me a follow on Instagram and TikTok to see exactly what I'm gonna review in the next few days. In today's video guys, we're gonna have a look at a pair of Asics shoes. So let's go ahead and take them out of the box, which as you can see will come in a brown box, which will have this big Asics logo here on top of the lid. We're also gonna have some few other small letterings here and there, but rather than that, I would say that this one is actually quite a simple box. So let's go ahead and take them out. So in today's video guys, we're gonna have a look at one out of many colorways available for this Aspics Gel NYC. Somewhere around the start of 2023, Asics has brought on the market 8 colorways for this new range, which is called Gel NYC, which it seems that it will borrow some elements from 3 different pairs of shoes from the early 2000s. So according to the actual box, this one is called Cream and Oyster Gray. And this one alongside the others dropped at least here in the UK for the retail price of £145, which will be around $160. And I need to admit that for that price we're actually getting quite decent materials and also a very good level of comfort. So let's not waste any more time guys and also do a breakdown of this one. So as you can see, for this upper we're gonna have a mix of a few materials. One of it will be this base layer, which will have this cell mesh material, which it's actually quite breathable and it will be present for most of this upper. And on top of this one we're gonna have a few other overlays. One of it will be this synthetic gray material, which is also a bit shiny. And on top of this one we're gonna have some suede material, which will be present here at the front of the toe section, on the lateral side as a mudguard. This one also be present here for the lacing system and also at the back of the shoe, which for sure it's giving this pair of shoes a very interesting design. As in for the actual lacing system, we're gonna have these punch out holes, which will keep in place these cream flat laces. And underneath these laces guys, we're gonna have a very well padded tongue, which will be made out of the same mesh material as the rest of the upper, which on top will have again this synthetic gray material. And as you can see at the top, we're also gonna have this Asics logo embroidered in this gray color. Continue now in the midfoot guys, we're gonna have this Asics design, which looks quite nice, and it seems that this one will be made out of some suede material. And going towards the back of the shoe, just on the lateral side of the heel section, we're also gonna have this Asics logo and also the lettering. And as you can see, just at the back of the heel section we're gonna have some mesh material, which on top will have embroidered in this whitish color gel. Going now inside of the shoe guys, for this one we're gonna have this gray lining, which underneath will have a decent amount of padding, which will keep your foot quite good in place. And as you can see at the bottom, we're gonna have this ortholite foam insole, which will be in the same gray color. And here at the heel section we're gonna have imprinted the Asics logo alongside the lettering as well in this gray color. So now guys, we can go to this foam midsole in this gray and sail colorway, which will have a very interesting design. As you can see on the lateral side, we're also gonna have these gel pods, which for sure are looking quite nice, and I need to admit that the level of comfort provided by this midsole is actually quite a good one. Even though this one, as you can see, it's actually not that high. For sure I feel that this one is quite squishy underfoot. So now guys, we can finish with this gray rubber outsole. which will have an interesting design. As you can see, we're also gonna have a lot of this foam exposed in a lot of places, which for sure will let this midsole flex a bit more. As you can see here in the midfoot, we're also gonna have these plastic clips, which will be there to give some extra support. As you can see, we're also gonna have written guidance line and gel here at the heel section. So overall, I feel that this outsole, it's actually looking quite good, and it's also quite thick, so for sure I feel that this one will provide a very good grip. As in for the actual sizing, guys, for this one I went with a half size down comparing with my usual sizing. So for me, as I have a skinny feet, this one actually fits me perfectly. But I would say that if you have normal feet, guys, you can just stick with your true to size. But in case you have wide feet, most definitely I would suggest to go with at least a half size up, just to make sure that this one, which as you can see here at the front, it's actually a bit pointy, is not gonna be too tight for you. So overall, guys, this release coming from Asics for this Gel NYC, which for today we had it in this cream and oyster gray colorway. In my opinion, it's the best looking out of those 8 color combinations which dropped throughout all of 2023. And I would say that for the retail price of £145, this one it's actually bringing quite good materials. For sure, I find that this one will be a very good addition for the summer, as most of this upper will have this very breathable mesh. But for sure I find that this one actually looks and brings quite good materials, and also the level of comfort is quite good as well. So at least for me personally, I didn't find any pairs of Asics to look that good in the last couple of years, and maybe that's why I didn't actually review any of them by now. But for sure this one really brings quite good memories back. I actually had a friend in my childhood which had a pair of Asics, which they were actually quite nice at the time, but for sure they were quite expensive. So for sure I find that this one it's very similar to that release from around the 2000s era. So for sure, if you have the chance to go for this one, guys, most definitely I would recommend it. I really feel that this one it's a very solid drop on the market right now. So yeah, guys, this was my unboxing and reviewing of this release coming from Asics for this Gel NYC. I really hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you did, don't forget to press the like button, maybe also subscribe to the channel. You can also give me a follow on Instagram and TikTok to see exactly what I'm gonna review in the next few days. Of course, if you want to have a look at any of my latest reviews, you can choose from any of the videos which you have now on the screen. And as always, I'll see you in my next one. Thanks for watching.